Hi everyone! I got asked recently if I would make a video about the symptoms that I am having of perimenopause. Before I go into them, I just want to do a little bit of a heads up. I am not having a good week. And when I say not having a good week, I mean like really not having a good week. It's been horrific. Onto the symptoms of perimenopause. Now, I only found out that I was in perimenopause last, I think it was November. I have definitely been noticing some signs for longer than that, and some of them have become a lot more pronounced. The first thing I noticed, which was what made me think I might be going into perimenopause, was that I am just perpetually knackered. I mean, this isn't just tired, this is like constantly feeling like you have a ton of bricks on your back and just moving around is a huge effort. I am so exhausted. Now, I have to preface that by saying I also had last year, when I started getting this symptom, quite a bad iron deficiency, and I had to go on to iron tablets, and that can also make you feel absolutely shattered. But I definitely feel like some of my tiredness is also due to my body just being like, no, we're gonna start doing this whole menopause thing. Annoyingly, alongside this whole I am constantly tired thing is not really being able to sleep. My sleep is a lot more disturbed than it used to be. I once, as a child, slept through an electrical storm that set fire to a tree outside the house, well, I think it was a flat, that we were living in at the time. Seriously, I used to hit the pillow and that was it. I was completely out. And now, not so much. I find that I lie there and I mull over things, and I then get too hot, and then I get too cold, and then I get too hot again, and I just really struggle to stay in a decent sleep. Being tired all the time and not sleeping very well are a really fun perimenopausal combination. Look forward to that one, girls. Speaking of getting too hot, people talk very stereotypically about hot flushes, or hot flashes if you're in the US. I think over here we say hot flushes, over there hot flashes. It basically means you get real warm. I have always been somebody who feels the cold. Like when I used to work in a nursery and I knew I would be sent outside quite a lot in the winter months because you need free flow for the children. They need to be outside as much as they want to be outside. I would literally go to work in a strappy top, underneath a thermal vest, underneath a polo top, underneath a sweatshirt, underneath a thick winter coat, and I would still be standing outside like, yeah, I feel the cold a lot, or at least I used to. Now I find that I specifically get very chilly right before I go to bed. I know that the more tired you get, the colder you can sometimes feel, so they may be linked. But a lot of the time, I am finding I'm getting quite warm. I haven't had it where I suddenly start pouring with sweat in the middle of the queue at the supermarket or anything like that, but I do find that if I go for a walk, I'm heating up a lot quicker and I'm having to undo my coat and things like that. I've stopped wearing my hat and scarf, and it's quite chilly at the moment in the UK, but I can't wear them because I get too hot. A big one that I have noticed recently, and again, I will preface this with saying, for the last few months my life has just been very stressful, but headaches. Oh my god. I have gone through so many little tubs of forehead because I am just applying the heck out of it because it's needed. And I've been and had my eyes tested, and you know, I know they're not like horrendous migraines that make me sick or anything like that. It's just headaches a lot. Or obviously, another one that most people will have heard of is mood swings. Now, when you're going through perimenopause and indeed menopause, you're having changes in your hormone balance. So it's obvious that you're going to get some kind of mood changes as a result. But yeah, I have had this thing and I've only noticed it. For the last sort of 6 months or so, where I find myself either getting really, really upset or really annoyed, and I don't entirely know why. And I will literally sit and I'll be watching TV and I'm like, I'm really angry. I'm so miffed, and I'm annoyed with this specific person and they've done nothing. Why am I annoyed at them? Or I will just start feeling really sad and think, I don't actually know why I feel this sad. I just sort of want to cry. The last sort of 6 months or so, my hormones have been a bit of a roller coaster. Let's talk about some of the ones you might not have heard of though, because there are many. If you're anything like me, you may have a bathroom routine in the mornings. I'm not talking about your bowels, please don't comment about them.
No.
You might moisturise, perhaps you put a little bit of makeup on, perhaps you pluck your eyebrows. I pluck my eyebrows. I also have to pluck my face and neck. Hi, I've never felt more attractive. If you're eagle-eyed, you may notice that I have a cut on my chin at the moment, and that is because I had a thick, black, ingrown hair. Menopause is so sexy. I have also begun using the hair product Planter 39. It's 39, I think. Yes, because it's for people over the age of 40. Which I am. And I have to use that because, yes, my hair has started to thin and I don't want to go bald, thanks. Another thing that I had no idea was a symptom of perimenopause until I googled it, because I was like, why does this keep happening, is randomly itchy skin. Because, you know, we haven't got enough to deal with. Why not just make bits of our bodies just itch for no reason? And I'm not talking like, you know, where you just suddenly go, oh, got a bit of an itch, and you scratch it and it goes away. I have been known to literally Winnie the Pooh myself. Never use that expression again, Emma. I have been known to be like a bear, scratching my back against literally anything I can find. And my leg, I have a patch of skin that has gone completely red because it just will randomly start itching, and I'm like... And I thought, oh God, maybe I'm allergic to something. Maybe, you know, I've been using a cream or a soap or something that my body has decided it disagrees with. I better Google it and just see what's best to put on my body to make the itching go away. And, you know, perimenopause. Dry and itchy skin is a symptom. You can also get sore joints, which for somebody with hip dysplasia and arthritis in her hip is really excellent because I don't already have pain there or anything. I have pimples. I thought I was past that. I cleanse every day. I take my makeup off. I use all the correct things, but no. I'm wearing makeup so you hopefully can't see it, but I just have a big old line of pimples all the way down here, and occasionally get them on my shoulders because, you know, why not? I guess what I'm trying to say is that there are an awful lot of symptoms of perimenopause, and I bumped into a friend, and I'm going to try and end this video on a positive because I feel like I've ranted about many negatives. But this particular friend of mine is in her 50s, and I bumped into her the other day and she said something about menopause, and I was like, oh, I got told I'm in perimenopause recently and I absolutely hate it. It's awful. And she was like, I think it's amazing. I think it's brilliant. And I was like, really? And she said, yeah, because I've gone through it now and I'm pretty much on the other side of it. And I feel so free. I feel so comfortable in my own skin now because I'm past everything that was going to happen. It's all happened. I can just move forward and I don't need to worry about periods anymore, which is phenomenal. And yeah, I'm really glad I've come through it and I'm out the other side. So good. It will eventually end. What I'm saying is, if you have a woman in your life who is maybe in her 40s or early 50s and she seems perhaps a little bit irritable and tired and, you know, doesn't feel quite as perky as she once did, cut her some damn slack. I said I was going to end this video on a positive, so I'm positive that I need to end this video. If I had any advice, it would just be, know what the symptoms are, try and recognize them. If you think you're getting any, go to your doctor, speak about different therapies that there are available. You might be able to go on HRT, for example, but there may be other things that you can do that will help with some of the symptoms you're getting. But the biggest piece of advice I will give you is know your own body, know what's normal for you, and don't be afraid to argue, because I first mentioned that I figured I might be going into perimenopause probably a year ago, and I got told, no, you're far too young, which was lovely, but also wrong, because you do know your body better than anybody else, and you might find that you're right, and if you're wrong, it's always best to get to the bottom of the situation anyway. I really am going to end this video here because I'm so exhausted, and I know that a lot of it is just emotional stuff because, as I mentioned, it's been a crap week. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you just want to send a thumbs up because you're a nice person and you want me to feel better, I am in a place where I will take that, so thank you in advance. If you'd like to click up here on my floaty head to subscribe, I would also be very grateful. That would be lovely. And over here is last week's video if you would like to see more from this channel. And you can see more next week when I will be back, and I will talk to you then. Take care, everybody. Bye.